Hey everyone, Xander from Eclipse Growing. So today is a special update. As you can see in my way right now, we actually have our garlic plant growing. Very quick growers. This particular one is the one that I have been showing you over and over again. If we actually take a look over at this tip right here, this was the original tip that I actually pressed on. When you do break leaves, it does smell like garlic, so that's pretty cool. But as you can see, let me go ahead and show you the base of this. This plant has grown. It's probably sitting around 18, close to 18 inches right now, and it has much longer to go. So it's been approximately about a month since I actually planted this. As the beginning of February would have been the planting time, or actually, I believe February 10th or 12th. And today is actually March 3rd, so it's been about a month. The growing seasons generally last about 2 to 4 months, and it'll actually be determined by the plant itself. And basically what's going to happen is this is just going to multiply. This was the original leaf that we saw jumping up. This is the second leaf that was kind of hidden in between, and it's doing the same thing over and over again. And what the leaves will do is it will continue to actually layer itself until anywhere from 6 to maybe a couple dozen leaves happen to be. Certain varieties are different. Again, this was store-bought, so I'm not 100% sure on the variety itself. I can tell you without a doubt it was a hardneck variety, and we had the 40 days of cold period for it. So basically what we're waiting on is for this thing to stop growing, hopefully. If not, it's going to grow way beyond my expectations. Generally 18 to 24 inches is how big these things grow. And during that time, what's going to happen is inside this container right here, we're hoping to actually develop roots from probably about right here down. So about 2/3 going to be roots, and the bulb will sit probably around right here. That being said, hopefully I have enough room for it. So right now, that's pretty much what we're waiting on. What we're going to be looking for as this continues to grow is not only how many leaves it grows, but generally people will wait for these bottom leaves to turn yellow, start wilting, and you'll have the rest of the plant way up on top. In that particular case, a lot of people say once 1/3 of the bottom leaves start to wilt, and this again is closer to your 3 to 4 month periods when your garlic bulb's about done. That is when you're looking at close to, if not already grown and ready to go. Now, if you start to see, and if you get a closer look, there is some wilting going on here. But if you take a look, generally that's going to be an indication of a couple things. One, something very correctable. It could be the nutrient density in your soil is not correct. However, that's normally not going to be the case, especially if you know to make sure your fertilizer or your dirt mix is going to be a little bit nitrogen rich. One of the biggest things that happens though is going to be a fungus. You have root rot, and you have another type of rot, and generally that's what's going to happen. The root rot you can generally tell pretty easily. When you start to harvest these things, there will be almost no bulb. But of course we want to find out long before we ever start harvesting. But a lot of this is going to be characterized by how wet your soil maintains. In a perfect growing section, you should be able to water these things at least twice a week. Soil should be dry to the touch, or at least not so damp, because when the actual roots get wet on these and stay wet, two different kind of funguses that are normally found in soils anyways will attach themselves and will start to grow, and is characterized by the yellowing of the leaves. So it could be a lack of water, it could be a lack of nutrients, all right? Generally there will be other characteristics that go into it, but the most common is going to be fungal rot. In those particular cases, you want to isolate your plants, you want to get them out, and preferably not plant in that particular area the season after. Now I know there's different methods and whatnot where you can actually use. People have vinegar washes, peroxide washes, stuff like that. I'll actually be doing a little bit of research on that, as I do have a singular plant that did not drain properly, so I actually suspect that it has its own root rot. But luckily, because these individual containers we're able to keep them isolated when it happens. Until then, if you guys do want to see the rest of this journey, please hit subscribe below, and we will go ahead and update you guys with the secondary plant that I have that does have that rot. And if I can get to survive, I'll let you guys know what method actually worked with it. Until next time, see you guys later.